Hey everyone, I am wearing my I Heart Taylor tank top today because if I were doing my narration speech, I would probably use a lyric from Taylor Swift. I just love her and all of her lyrics relate to my life. But I wanted to record this little video to just kind of clear the air. I'm getting a lot of questions about how to record their speech and what they should do with their audience and where they should put their camera. And I do believe I explain all of this information in the How to Perform Your Speeches Online little item that I have. I think you took a quiz on this in week 1. So I might recommend going back and reading that because I definitely, sorry, my cat is eating plastic. I definitely talked about like what you should do with your lighting and your camera and where your audience should be in that. If I didn't, please somebody let me know and email me so I can correct that. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into Go React and you're going to want to click into the assignment, whatever speech it is. In this instance, it's narration, but you'll do the same thing for informative and for persuasion. So you click into the assignment, and then you have to click like an arsenal of starts and records and all of that stuff. If you are attending an instructor-led session, meaning there is either a professor like me or somebody else in the room, you signed up for this on a website, then what you can do is you can show your audience, have everybody wave, including the instructor, and then return the camera back to you. We allow this for the instructor-led positions because those names are on a list and everybody has signed up, so there's documented proof that you had your audience of 6 people plus. If you are performing this not in an instructor-led session, you are doing this in a conference room, or you've secured a study room, or you're just in a classroom and you've gathered an audience on your own. Remember, you cannot perform your speeches in the home, in your room, in your kitchen, in your living room. You can't do these in a break room at work. They need to be in a deemed professional setting, so make sure you clear that with me if you're confused. But if an instructor is not there and you're not signed up on a list that can prove that you were all there, you'll need to position your camera so that I can see you performing your speech like this. I need to see you from at least the waist up, so I can see your gestures and your eye contact. You don't want to be so far away where I can't tell if you're providing eye contact and I can't really see your face. So this would be way too far away because this would be way too hard to grade. So you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself in a spot where I can see you. This would probably be good. If you need someone in your audience to stand and hold the camera, that's okay. But I also want to see your audience. I want to see you perform to your audience. So I should see the back of their heads here. So they might be blocking you a little bit, but I should see everybody like sitting and watching you give your speech. If you're in a library room at Harper, that might mean that they're just sitting at the conference table and you're like in the middle and they're at your sides here. But I need to be able to see all 6 of your audience members the entire time of your speech, whether that's the back of their heads, a side profile because they're watching you like this, or you've sat them, in like a circle or whatever around you. So however you need to set up the room, make it work for you. I have a ring light camera that I do all of my recordings. They're literally like $5 to $25 on Amazon, depending on how much you want to spend and the features. Mine has like a light that I can plug in. I'm not using the light right now, but super awesome, major investment. I use it all the time. I bought it for work, for school, for speeches, but I literally use it almost every day. TikToks, Instagram, all of those things. Recording my lecture videos. It's all from the tripod here. But yeah, have somebody hold it if you need to do that, and hopefully that clears some confusion. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about your audience, about your speech. Remember, this is public speaking, not let me read you this thing that I wrote. So if you do not provide eye contact, you will not do well. So just make sure that you're practicing your speeches, you're prepared, you're competent in what you're talking about. You have your audience, you're in a professional setting. I can see your mouth, I can see your eyes, and I can see you with good lighting. If I can't hear you, and if I can't see you, I can't give you a grade. So Make sure that you have a good internet connection, that you're very well lit, that you are speaking loud enough. Sometimes I have to watch your speeches with like my Beats noise canceling headphones on because you're either way too far from the camera or you're not projecting enough. I'm aware that you all don't really have microphones, so you have to project. I have to be able to hear you in order to give you a grade. So just make sure that you're projecting, that you're using the right volume. You don't have to scream at me, but you need to, you need to speak at a decibel that I can hear you while I grade you. And if I can't hear you, I'll reach out and be like, hey, I can't see you, I can't hear you, you're gonna have to redo this, you still need an audience, blah, blah, blah. So get it right the first time so you don't have to redo it. And let me know if you have any other questions. Hopefully this helps. Please go back and read that document that's in the speeches tab that kind of explains how to record your speeches and all that stuff. Remember, you can preview your rubrics. You can check your rubrics after I grade them. I'm trying to screenshot and upload the rubrics as well. Pay attention to directions. It amazes me how students will sometimes not do that well on speeches, and really it's just they didn't read the instructions. No transitions, no thesis or preview statement, no summary statements and the conclusions. So really just follow the instructions, preview the rubric, look at the example speeches, secure your professional setting, gather your audience of 6+, practice so that your speech feels natural. You don't want to read right from your notes or your paper. Whether you can write a manuscript or just prepare speaking notes, you will always be expected to engage in positive delivery. That's worth probably the most amount of points on all of your speeches. So please let me know if you need any help, if you've got any questions, and have a wonderful week. I'm super excited to not only watch your narration speeches, but the rest of the speeches for the rest of the semester. Okay, bye.